Hello friends, Fujosevich here. Welcome back to some more Hearthstone and welcome back to some Midrange Shaman post-nerf. Coming up against a Druid here, I think the game plan is basically to flood the board because we know Druids generally don't do well with large boards. So I'm going to actually keep the Flame Tongue. I really love Flame Tongue early, especially when I'm going to have a Tunnel Trog down on turn 1. And I know going second that I may not be able to actually get it down on turn 1. Well, I mean, get it to stick on turn 1, I should say. But if I do, I'm looking very, very good right now. With 2 Totem Golem follow-ups, and even if it does get removed, we still have a very strong follow-up. So, Hearthstone has definitely moved towards a very tempo-oriented style of game right now. And I think that's definitely why this deck is as strong as it is. Yeah, it's kind of scary. So we have the option of not trading or of trading, but because I don't really want to be pinging that down, I think I will just Flame Tongue here. And I know that kind of might seem a little strange, but I think we'll be okay doing this, to be honest. Because this is a card that almost has to... Oh boy. Well, this is what happens. Now we're going to see what happens if a Druid hits their ramp perfectly. Going to turn 4. I feel like I do want to... I feel like this is going to get removed anyways next turn. Now I kind of actually regret that second totem. We could get swiped and trade, and it would be a pretty decent turn for our opponent. We'll see what happens. We'll see what's in hand right now. Azure Drake, wow. Just trading off this way. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. So now we definitely portal first, and then we'll trade to clear the board. Oh, eating a swipe is going to be a lot less sad now. That's for sure. Although I guess the swipe could go on the O2 egg. Yeah, and we're actually looking like we're in pretty bad shape. Which is definitely what happens when you come up against a Druid who hits the ramp very, very well. I know I've been enjoying a bit of Malagos Druid as well, and if you do hit your ramp, this deck is very, very scary because I'm going to be behind for quite a few turns, and even if I do, well, if and when I do catch up, in terms of mana, I'm still going to be behind because I've had to use a lot of resources now, and it's going to be harder for my draw mechanisms to actually activate. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, we can just leave that up for... We can just leave this up for a swipe later on. That's potentially nothing, to be honest. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, that's going to be a Hex now. Which is, I don't know, unfortunate, maybe, I guess. Yeah, I don't see any other way around this. I am going to get this out, and you know what, I will use this charge because I don't know how I'm winning when... It looks like we're coming up against a really hard ramping Druid. So I'll get as much extra damage in as we can. Even this swipe, it's not a good swipe. This Druid would be not happy about having to swipe here, and I would actually not mind, to be honest. And if it is... Oh boy. Swipe? Yikes. Well, that's kind of terrifying. And a Living Roots to get rid of the taunt. Wow. Okay, so I'm 1 damage off of clearing that, and that's kind of upsetting. Wow, I'm in big trouble. Oh, if there's draw in hand. Well, if there's draw in hand, I'm in trouble regardless, right? Maelstrom Portal. Well, if we get Spell Power, we win? Yeah, however, if I leave this up, if all I do is Fire Elemental this down, that's pretty bad, but then I can Maelstrom Portal the turn, like the following turn regardless, or I just leave up the 5. And we did just get hit with a swipe, so the chances of more removal are getting lower. And there was actually, wait, what happened? What was that removed with? Yeah, there was a Living Roots on a 0-1 Stoneclaw Totem, so I'm definitely thinking we're not coming up against the Malagos Druid. I mean, it's going to be bad if they have a Nourish regardless. They're not gaining the ramp anymore from it. I'll go ahead and do it this way. I mean, this is becoming a board, but obviously not quite the level that we wanted. And now, you know, have to use hero power to get through the 5/5 taunt. Wild growth, sure, it's just an extra draw. That's fine. It's interesting. I think these two cards have been here for a while, haven't they? It doesn't matter which, if that's a nourish, it doesn't matter which draw happens first, right? You kind of want to draw the lower one first. Yeah, that's unfortunate for me. That's for sure. Our opponent should definitely trade into the 5/5 though. Oh. Or swipe into it? Oh, mulch could be terrifying. This is an interesting game now. I really thought our opponent... Oh, Elven Archer. You're not as excellent as we had hoped. Spell power. Okay. I am gonna ping into this. No, wait, how are we gonna do this? I'll ping into this, then Maelstrom Portal, go 5 to face. Right? And we have to play this for sure, because this becomes a massive priority target for our opponent. Let's see what we get here. And actually, I don't even need to use the face damage. That's kind of a cool one as well. I could take out the 8/7. I want to get rid of this, though. I think that's so much more of an issue for me. And I'll go 5 to face. This is going to be really interesting. I mean, if this just trades in here, we're into top decking mode, and I do have one of my good draw mechanisms. Oh, too little too late, my friend. Although it's cool having Blood Imp. Yeah, Shaman with Blood Imp is alright, I guess. Gonna take out the 1/1. I can live with that. Not playing your card? What is... Oh, that card terrifies me now. Do we Flame Tongue? Or Fire Elemental? I'm gonna Flame Tongue and get some value off of this. And I want spell power, so we're doing it this way. I'm gonna leave this hidden. Do I want to chain it like that? Yeah, I'll chain like... Do I want to hide it? Yeah, I'll leave it hidden. Get some more free buffs. Here we go. Okay, wow, I really thought with the ramp that this Druid had at the beginning, we were going to be in really, really big trouble. And to be honest, we still can be. This sort of deck, I know I ran a deck like this that had a Deathwing in it, actually. Instead of a Yogg, even when Yogg was... Oh, Swipe? Swipe is pretty good. Well, Conceding is also pretty good. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. I'm not going to be sticking with this deck forever. I will be switching up playing other decks, but it's just interesting to see here the fact that despite all the buffs, that this deck definitely still is strong. The Midrange Shaman is still going to be very prevalent and very powerful on the ladder. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time.